What up, YouTube? Yo, Nats One-on-One coming at you again today. As you can see, I'm outside. The sky is absolutely beautiful. The weather is amazing. It's about 75 to 76 degrees. We got a slight wind blowing from the north. We've had some rain. It's been awful dry here, but I was outside thinking about some things. I've got a project that I want to work on down the road, and I want to test some gear to see if I can use this setup. I've got a Lumix G7 and I really don't want to use the G7 for anything because I don't have a gimbal for it, and the footage just looks all wonky. You know, it just looks really shaky because I'm not a still person. I got shakes, shook all my life like that. My whole family does. But right now I've got the Osmo Action mounted on a tripod. It's not the tripod that's meant for it, but it works. It'll work great because the Osmo has image stabilization built into it anyway, and any little bit of movement will be negated from the Rocksteady. And I'm also using the Comica V30 Pro. It's a cheap shotgun mic. Didn't give a whole lot of money for it, and right now I've got it set for 10 dB gain. In most cases, this will be as close as I'll be using this camera to film with. Had something on the screen, I just got it off there. But most of my shots will probably be no farther than this. You can see how close my hand is. It's probably another 2 foot to the microphone, and it should work pretty good for this application. I really want to use the Osmo because of its simplicity. The footage comes out amazing. Right now I'm recording at 1080p 60. This action cam will do 4K 60, and it looks great. But 4K 60 is overkill. Most big budget films are done in HD. HD is 1080p, and they film in 24 frames to get some realistic motion blur. I personally don't like that. I like to film everything that I do in 1080 60. But like I said, this is just a quick test. I need to get some footage put up. I need to test this windscreen, the dead cat that's over the microphone, and I need to see how well this microphone picks up voice at about this range. Now I'm going to walk around behind this tree and speak like I'm speaking now, and let's see if it picks it up. I'm assuming it will. I just don't know how clear it's going to sound. But when you're outside with these kind of microphones, the dynamic changes. It's going to sound better out here than it will inside, because inside, unless you're in a sound-treated room, you got your sound bouncing all over the place. So let's check it out. What up, YouTube? Yo, Nats One-on-One coming at you again today, and right now I am behind the tree. Can you see me? You could probably see me through the tree, probably see my red. I'm just curious how well it's going to pick up my voice. Now I'm going to do a quick whisper test. This is me whispering towards the Osmo Action. Can you hear me? But that's about all I wanted to do today. Just get some footage up and do some testing. Anybody that's into filmmaking goes through trial and error all the time. Which I do have lapel mics that I can use that sounds really good, but I don't have enough of them for a group of, say, like 4 people. It's expensive, and I want to do this on a budget, and to make what you want to make is really expensive, especially the gear. So they say in best practice, use what you got. There's a movie called Tangerine. I don't know if you've ever seen it or heard of it. Some of you may have seen it, but it was filmed with an iPhone 5. The whole entire movie was filmed with an iPhone 5, and it looked really good. iPhones work great walking and stuff if you've got a gimbal. Their stabilization is pretty good handheld, but when it goes to stabilize the footage with its electronics, you know, its software, it gets some weird distortions and it just doesn't look smooth. I don't have a gimbal for the iPhone, but that may be something I get into. I don't know. We'll just have to see how this plays out. But I really wanted to do something today with this setup. I've not tried it before. I've got one of those adapters that goes into the Osmo Action, and it seems to work great. I use it in my hiking videos, but with the lapel mic. And I've had this shotgun mic for about 3 months. Well, maybe longer than that now. and maybe used it 3 or 4 times. I put it on the Lumix G7 a little while back when I was standing next to the grapes, and it done exceptionally well on the G7. So there should be no difference here. This should work equally as well on this setup as it did on the G7. But that's it. I'm rambling. I'm going to get out of here. It's getting late, and it's getting late-ish because I want some coffee, and if I would drink coffee too late, I'll not sleep tonight like I did the past 2 nights. And if you haven't already, go check out my friend Jamie at Snaky Holler Family. I'll put a link to his channel down below. He's all the time uploading stuff, and he's really addicted to YouTube. It's anybody that does YouTube, we do it as a hobby. I do it as a hobby. It beats going out, running the streets, running around, getting in trouble, don't it? Which I don't get in trouble anyway. It's just something to do, something that I enjoy. Anybody that does YouTube should enjoy it for their own personal pleasure, I guess, if that makes any sense. But anyways, I'm out here, guys. Hope this turned out okay. Let me know what you think about the sound. Peace.